This episode is dedicated in the memory of Officer Jefferson Davis.
He shall forever be avenged by Spider Cop.
Spider Cop.
I thought he retired.
Also, nah, maybe he may come back later. All right, let's go check out this research station.
I still need to find a comic where the Spider-Man from this universe goes like, so wait a minute, Spider Cop is a real thing?
Hey, Pete,
I'll find that for you in a second. Anyway,
we
we're just going to be doing some seismic activity thing by smashing some gas pipes. Should be fine.
Why does Harry
No!
look handsome?
happening now. I've got to do something
Because
about
it's
it.
Harry Osborn.
I love how
Harry.
I don't know why, but I love how you were shocked about that. It's like I expected him to be butt ugly.
Pressure like this usually means
No.
It's Harry
He's just a
Osborn.
very handsome boy.
Harry Osborn in like every single iteration has said to be pretty handsome.
Normal is blue.
I mean, yeah.
Okay,
Have you
time
seen
to
James
move.
Franco?
Yeah!
I've got to drop onto the street hard to generate enough force.
I'm straight, and yet I would go gay for that guy.
But yeah, basically there is a comic which pretty much is heavily inspired by Spider-Verse, has even all the same designs for Miles Morales and Spider-Ham, and they're talking about, they call them the Spider Totems, as like each universe's equivalent of Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And literally the exact same panel that talks about Spider-Cop is Spider-Punk saying, look at this guy. In this universe, the Spider-Man is a T-Rex. What's not to love?
I fucking love...
Again, I'll link you the panel.
I fucking love Spider-Punk. By the way, fun fact
about... Also, it's finally high time I show you. Here are the level up trees.
I feel like we've seen this before.
Well, here they all are now.
By the way,
all these different power-ups.
Or you know what? No. It's not that we've seen it before. It's just that, well, I got the game recently, and I've seen the tree for myself, so it's like, okay, so now, in terms of the commentary, we're seeing it for the first time.
I want to say one. I'll let you do your thing, Matt. I just want to real quick say that the force that you slam on those pipes, devil damn. But yeah, go ahead and say your thing before you forget.
Nice.
Spider-Punk is not Peter Parker or even part of Peter Parker. Fun fact, Spider-Punk in his universe is actually the Prowler. But not Aaron Davis Prowler, but Hobie Brown.
Don't.
You should have waited out. You should have put your blinker on before making that turn.
So, yeah, we're basically just popping some lids. No pressure.
Hi, Black Cat.
Yeah,
I was about to say.
Yeah, what's happening is that So what's happening is that we use a seismic shock. We find the gas buildup with our echolocation, as all spiders know how to do, and wait, I see a photo opportunity.
Oh boy!
By the way, do you?
There it is.
Nice composition, if I do say so.
By the way,
myself.
do you actually like show off the Spider-Punk outfit?
Don't.
Yes, no. My plan is to show off every single outfit.
Okay, but yeah, no.
I have a notepad file I've been using this whole time to make sure I don't do duplicates. I am incredibly very stressed out.
Or that.
Which, yes, folks, we'll dedicate at least one portion of the game to the Incredible Bagman.
Don't.
Yes. That's the issue I've been dealing with. I'm like, I want to show this off, but I need to find the perfect time to show this off. But I want to have it be, like, I didn't want to be Spider-Punk when we were having that whole emotional outbreak in the last episode.
No.
Why? I'm sorry.
What you should have... Yes?
Can I just say real quick, as Peter was popping those sewer lids to let the pressure out, I'm just thinking to myself, at least one point he should have said, "Tea's ready!"
But, by the way, another thing about Spider-Punk, not only is he not Peter Parker, he's actually Hobie Brown, who is the Prowler in the 616 universe, but oh, that's cute.
Curiosity. Yeah, Black Cat does these cute little drawings because Black Cat's totally crushing on Spider-Man.
Yeah,
of course.
Also, if we can, real quick, if we can hush just for a second, we can hear.
Oh, poor Spider. I know I disappointed you when I couldn't go straight, but why mess with perfection?
Sorry, I just wanted Jordy to hear what Black Cat sounds like in this.
Yeah, I did take a good listen to her voice clip ahead of time, so I got a pretty good idea.
Sorry.
Which
It's okay.
Which I do want to say, like, I might have told you this already. In case if I did, I apologize for the repetition. But that very alluring voice, that is Ashley from Warrior Gold.
I think they sell
it is?
wine here.
Wow.
So it is.
Branching out.
Erica Lindbeck,
Trying to
right?
get ahead of her.
Yeah.
Nice.
Who was also Roll from Mega Man 11.
And she is also Futaba from
Well,
from
it's raining.
Ooh.
Seems fitting.
Yep. She's Futaba
There we go.
from Persona 5.
Nice. Where we go when it smells like rain.
Hello.
It's
We're
like
followers,
the wind.
and the
We're
wind.
not getting much coverage. I should look for more
Hey,
talent
Spider
down
The
there.
Noir.
rain. It's like
Yeah.
the rain feels like death.
And,
Death smells like teriyaki I had 2 weeks ago.
anyway, Spider-Punk is basically the Spider-Man equivalent of V for Vendetta. Just a heads up.
Okay.
And it,
And
and guess who his main antagonist is?
Who?
Norman Osborn.
Of
Not
course.
surprising.
sense.
Oh boy.
Again, how many
Except-
people? How many people don't hate on Osborn?
Yes.
And I mean, I'm assuming in that universe, Norman Osborn kind of goes the full 1984 route.
Well, no,
yeah,
actually,
he does.
actually, Matt, that's the thing. Like the way that James worded, the correct response would be, "How many people don't hate on him? How many people don't hate on Norman Osborn?" No.
Yeah.
Not even his mother.
Boo,
He would
you
probably-
stink!
He would probably frame his own mother.
No, he
Probably.
would. But yeah, well, spectacular,
He
the
would-
spectacular spectacular Spider-Man version.
Like what he's doing, man.
Yeah, he probably would sell his mother and write her off as a tax
MJ,
write-off.
that's perfect.
Oh.
Also, what Vector does to Charmy.
I was thinking the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Damn it.
So yeah, this is Spider Noir. He was one of the more popular iterations of Spider-Man, set in the 1940s. Wields a gun, as you see on our hip, but we don't use it.
One of these days,
Yeah,
Right, again, we're just cosplaying.
Well, here's the thing: he wields a gun in the first comic, but he only uses it once, and Aunt May scolds him for doing it.
Oh, and so he never used it again.
Yeah, he never uses it again.
I mean, honestly, I was gonna figure, like, if nothing else, it'd be to him what Asterix's sword was to himself, like only as a last resort.
But here's another one of the crime events we can find around the places. The officer will find the bomb squad, and our plan is to go up onto the building, find the bombs, defeat any people who are guarding the bombs, and then disarm them.
By the way, as much as I
I'll radio
love
when it's clear.
the Spider-Verse's take on Noir,
Noir.
this outfit is hands down my favorite Spider-Man outfit. Just the way
Really?
it looks is
That's
so
fair.
perfect.
I'll admittedly, I do kind of miss the hat.
I don't know.
Well, I've
Everybody off.
That was a
This is my
little
rooftop
too much
now.
for me, but yeah, no, like the trench coat was a little too long in Spider-Verse. Also, fun fact:
you didn't hear
the
that.
original
Don't.
Noir, the
Time to get that
original
army.
Noir comic, not in black and white.
You know what? It's
There
like
we go.
Time to get
This
sweaty
army.
palms.
it's like you know it's amusing. Like we make the critique about how like in Spider Verse, that's like the hat's too much, the jacket's a little too long. That's why he doesn't have any of that in Shared Dimensions.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
Shattered
it's just
Dimensions is based off of this version.
Oh,
I
It's
do-
based off
I-
of the original.
I do like the whole steampunk attire of it. What it reminds me of, I don't know if
Ooh.
you would like this story or not. It's do you read often, Matt?
Yes.
Okay, are you aware of an author named I don't know how to pronounce his name.
Dead man's
Win
switch.
Colfer.
The other
I'm
bombs
not
were armed.
actually.
Need to disable them
He
before
did
they
the Artemis
explode.
Fowl series.
Oh, Artemis Fowl. Okay.
Yeah, but the author's name is not Artemis Fowl. It's like
Well, yeah, I know.
Owen Colfer or something. I don't know. But he did this really great book called Airman, I think it's called, and it's about a person who like, it's about a guy who it's almost
Keep your Mega
like
Man
a
jokes to
Macbeth-
yourself, James.
Got it, officer.
It's almost like a Macbeth kind of story where like a kid gets like framed for the murder of his father, and so like he spends like years in prison and like devises
my
a way
issues
to
with how they
escape
operate, but
prison. Like
can't
and
deny
like
your
it goes the
success.
full detail of like how he had to escape prison the hard way. It was a whole.
I have to check
It's a
that
really
out.
great. I'll double check it just to make sure. But the design for Airman,
Don't.
like how it looks on the cover, reminded me heavily
Every day
of.
in every way, I'm getting better and better. Why doesn't it ever feel like it?
But yeah, the design for Airman on the cover of the novel reminded me heavily of how Spider Noir looks right now. If you look it up, it's,
All right.
it's kind of
What is the name of the just Airman?
Airman.
Yeah.
I think you would like the movie, the book. It's a very like it's a little
I'll
bit.
be
Take
right
it
back.
from here, officers.
All right.
It's kind of steampunk-esque, but it's like a revenge story. I can wholeheartedly recommend that
I
series.
can
also
see it.
recommend.
Yeah, I can see it.
I can also recommend Wish, Artemis Fowl series itself. I'm very hopeful for the Disney
won't hurt
adaptation of that novel. I think
I have a friend, another Jordan,
It is
who
my
is
responsibility
really
to
angry
catch
at how the
that
movie
pigeon.
is looking.
really.
Yeah, no, like,
Hey, JJ.
like one of the things they're really pissed off at is
Damn it, JJ! Why is it that we always have to hear you yap while we're chasing pigeons?
hey, it's Scorpion.
Oh yeah, we should actually talk about this for a second. So this is explaining a bit of it. Scorpion actually started off as a government sort of experiment that JJ himself funded because he didn't he wanted what he was saying, like, yeah, he wanted a Spider-Man. Their job was they wanted to try and create their own Spider-Man that would listen to rules. But that happened.
You know, that would explain what happened when we were doing a look at the PS1 Spider-Man game a while back.
To be fair, this is actually canon to what they did with him in the comics. Like,
Right, it was JJ's plan, but it heavily backfired because turns out the only person who decided to answer the resume of be willing to transform yourself into a scorpion demon was a crazy person. Who would have thunk?
Oh, to be fair, who in their right mind would want to do that?
Place is crawling with
I want
demons.
to become a scorpion demon, sir.
Yeah, no, but
Take
But
these
also,
guys out,
yeah.
then
also,
have a
I
look
hope
around.
to God we see him again in Spider-Verse because he's played by fucking Voss from Far Cry 3.
He did a great job.
Oh yeah, no, he is fantastic.
Wait, you mean you mean the next MCU Spider-Man?
Yeah,
Not
MCU.
Spider-Verse.
Sorry.
In
Yeah.
Spider-Verse, who played him in Spider-Verse?
Uh,
There's a much deeper voicing guy.
I don't know, but I don't think it was McDonald Mart. I don't think it was Mac Gargan. I think it was somebody
Not
else.
safe to take these guys out yet. I need to wait for that. I need to wait for above their heads to say safe. Like that.
Alright, that's safe enough to me.
That's danger. Oh,
And yeah.
So yeah, the issue is that. Wow, that should have hit him. Anyway, sorry, but yeah, that's what it says of danger. If you hit somebody, it means they're gonna hear it. Anywho's.
Why
yeah,
is
I
everything
think
black and white?
because I use my special sound of silence. It's the effect that comes with the noir outfit.
Wait,
It's supposed to
wait,
help with stealth.
You're
but
doing it wrong. It
that's
isn't
all
sound of silence. It's the sounds of silence.
I was thinking of it.
Security lock.
But yeah,
Use these on
in any
banks or
case,
recycling centers.
yeah, no, I think the casting of Voss as Scorpion
Maybe if
was
I can find where it
brilliant in
gets its
MCU
power
so
from.
far.
Oh yeah, no,
It's gonna be great.
I love Michael Mando. He is fantastic.
Fun
And-
fact,
Looks like I could
James.
override the circuit.
Fun fact, James. When they were casting
electric
Voss in
lamps.
Far Cry 3, Voss wasn't even frickin' supposed to be in Far Cry 3.
Did something.
Really?
Yeah,
What was he supposed to be in?
It
more
is a
Just
complete,
nothing.
Yeah, no, it is just like the actor for him, Michael Mando, just auditioned for a completely different character, but
There.
they love Mando so
Looks like the
much.
circuit's still stable.
that
Like
they
just how he was
and-
talking in his,
yeah.
his mannerisms
Yeah,
in the
they
interview.
just cast him
Almost
as
there.
it. They
One more
just
box should do it.
completely created.
They
a
wrote
character.
him.
Huh. Well, I mean,
Which is-
did it work out? Did it work out in the end?
Are you kidding me? Voss
yeah,
is the
absolutely.
most
He-
popular character in Far Cry.
That's it.
Wow.
Pretty
Real
much.
quick,
It's super icon. Go ahead.
Well, sorry about that wait. Have you guys ever had that moment where someone asks you to do something real quick, and right as they finish it, you have another person come up to you and say, "Hey, do you think you can do this real quick?"
Yeah.
That's
It
what kept me.
happens.
That's
It's
okay.
okay, it happens. Basically, we're Spider Noir, and we were just moving in. We were talking about how Voss, the guy who's playing Scorpion in the MCU, and how he did such a great job. And Matt and I were explaining how Voss came to even come to exist, and no, it was great. And they even went as far as to design his model heavily after his appearance, which made
That's neat.
it was. I still
Moses
think those
from Fisk's
live action
construction site.
promotional
Wait a
events
minute.
for Far Cry 3 were
Guys,
brilliant.
Okay, never mind. I realize what we're doing
God,
with.
it's
Quick,
from
keep
Fisk's
talking,
armory.
keep talking, and no one explodes.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
God damn it.
You're right. Oh jeez.
Oh my gosh.
yeah,
we really gotta do
this
this.
is their plan.
Ah.
Crazy.
Yeah, this was their plan to set up bomb trucks, and we have to stop those. But
Despite the fact
And
that we
I'll
already
take
stopped one.
equipment. Maybe later I
Tracking
can recycle
devices.
this stuff into some weapons.
but
of
yeah,
my own.
I was saying, yeah, Matt, those live action Far Cry
These
3
must be
Oh,
where
yeah,
the
those
things
are-
were
attack.
brilliant.
Those are fantastic.
These
I
are
mean,
Osborn
honestly, I
campaign
don't
boxes.
really mind that we're going into all this Far Cry talk now, because honestly, I don't think we're ever going to do those games for the channel. They are way too goddamn
Yeah.
long.
They're
The demons
very,
were
very
stealing
not bloated,
Still,
but
we
very
can-
full, very
We can
dense.
do a look at or something. I have Far Cry.
Well,
Paper.
I mean, I guess
Okay,
a look at is fine enough.
No, there's one game
Well,
we can do a commentary on.
Oh, Blood Dragon.
Oh
yeah,
right, I
Blood
forgot
Dragon.
about that
That's
game.
the one I'm talking about. We could definitely
Yeah,
do a
it's-
commentary on Blood
This
Dragon.
time on Norman.
Well,
Alright.
Is
well,
Voss and Blood Dragon?
No, Blood Dragon is a
I found an
complete, it's
address
its
here. I
complete
think it's
own
their
thing.
staging
It
area.
is just a spoof on
If I hurry,
80s
I might be able to
sci-fi
stop.
neon-based action.
I honestly, I mean, I understand it's probably made from the exact same gameplay style and engine, but would you argue that the 3 in Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon is just misleading?
Hurry, it's me.
No,
I think
okay,
what they,
okay,
I think
so
what they I think what they meant by that was that it's because
It's
Blood Dragon
using
leverages.
the engine, and it is using the engine, the island, and the weapons of Far Cry 3. That's why,
Right.
and it was a DLC for
sending you
Far
the
Cry
address of our
3.
recycling center.
That's why it's called
okay.
Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon.
Right, I was
Actually-
agreeing with that. Go ahead, Hype.
all I can really say, like, as far as like the idea of like, regardless of whether or not we actually do Far Cry stuff, I'm probably not gonna partake in that because I generally have no interest in Far Cry.
Well, it's about 80s like nonsense. It's like Kung Fu. Oh crap! What was that weird
Oops.
wacky movie called like
When
Kung
the vulture
Foot or
cracked
something,
my
something like
islands,
that?
and
This
Oh,
was-
Kung Pao enter the fist.
I fucking-
Yeah,
Upgraded
that
to stronger
that was,
material.
that was such a great like little short film.
Kung Pao is one of my favorite, or not short film. No, you're thinking of
Yeah.
something different. Kung Fury. Kung Fury.
Kung Fury, thank
Yeah,
you,
no,
Kung
I-
Fury. That
yeah,
was
no,
a great one.
That I fucking love Kung Fury.
Okay, let's use a different power up because stealth did not help me. Let's go with
Ironic, because you're playing as Spider Noir, who
Spider-
can
let's
only
get Spider-
rely on stealth.
What's
yeah, we're gonna use Spider Bro and let's
Spider Bro.
you know, yes, let's go
Aw.
399.
Oh,
Dang it!
You know,
I want Spider Bro.
you know what?
Spider
I'm,
Bro from MCU.
what I was about to say is I would have loved if you did Spider Bro, but you had that one outfit you were just showing off where he was just in the
Oh.
workout shirt.
ESU. Oh no, this is the
guys.
university shirt. But yeah, this is
should
Matt's
try to do this
favorite
quietly.
character.
Well,
also
different
with style.
costume though.
When did he wear the white suit?
I can't remember when he did wear the white suit. I feel like that's more of a modern take on 2099. The 2099 regular suit and Miguel O'Hara is Miguel. Aside from Miles, obviously, Miguel is my favorite Spider-Man, especially the 2099, the original run.
Actually,
of 2099.
If you
And-
don't mind my saying, like, just real quick, because I did read a little bit
That's a
of point.
spider lore, James. What happens is that if they walk into that laser trip line I just set up, wait for it. Don't worry, Matt. We'll get right back to you.
I love this
Wait.
part.
Oh, I wonder
The
what that
boomerang
little blue
always-
line is. Maybe if
The
I
boomerang
touch
always comes on,
it.
Oh my god!
and it
Nice.
immediately attaches them to the wall. But big guys are just gonna like shake it off. So be very
Well, of
careful.
course, they're
But
they're
you
big
do funny
guys.
things like this.
Oh!
Anyway,
It's fun. Okay, back to you, Matt.
no. What were you saying, Steve?
I was just saying that, like, as far as like talking about Spider-Man 2099, I've only seen like little bits of it and played like him in games. I will admit one of my favorite things from like the very first issue of Spider-Man 2099 is a conversation that Miguel had with his boss. And it's like, do you know what my father would say if he was alive? Someone help me! I'm stuck in this coffin.
Yeah, no, that was great.
Wow.
No,
That's actually pretty funny.
yeah, no, that
Hey,
is a great.
Hold that for me. Thank you.
Donk.
That is a great.
Oh, and
one.
the other best part about this is that he has to
You
turn
pretty
and
much-
face a wall.
You pretty much got you're pretty much caught, dude. So
Yeah,
I know, but I was gonna say the other best part about the spider lore is that, geez, don't sneak up on me like that. is that if you put a lure on somebody and they face another person, you can grab the both of them together like a group hug.
Anyway,
He's
so
not
yeah,
out here.
so
Yeah, go ahead.
Better check inside.
Miguel O'Hara has my favorite Spider-Man suit. I'll definitely tell you that. Mainly
Mm-hmm.
because it's Day of the Dead themed. In fact, his whole
Bases
suit,
all
he
around the
mentions
city.
he got it at
More
Day of the Dead
bases.
party.
Nice.
Yeah. And I love that design. It's fantastic. And
It is a
Mig-
good design.
yeah, Miguel is definitely
Oop.
one of my favorite Spider-Men, and I love the original 2099 run. It's definitely one of the best they did, and it's not unlike okay. So
What else can I find around
Linkara did an entire month based on 2099, like reviewing the best and worst
Invoice
2099
horse
had to
rides.
offer.
here? Pale horse rides.
And one of
That's
the
one
worst
expensive
they
tunic.
had was the
Ravage.
best.
This is bigger than I
Not
thought.
Ravage actually.
demons
Ravage
have an
is
army.
pretty bad, but
Right.
but what is it? Punisher. Yeah.
Oh, right.
Punisher 2099. Oh,
Whip
new enemy
guys.
type.
the hell?
It's not Whiplash.
It's Omega Red.
Again, these guys are kind of tricky because these guys, if I try and shoot my normal webs at him, they can automatically like slash them away, no sweat. So
Yeah.
some of these guys, my gadgets aren't going to do anything too, so you gotta be very like tricky with their combat.
Anyway,
So they're pretty much this game's what would be the best equivalent as far as the Arkham game is concerned?
Bump.
yeah,
I guess kind of like that.
So
Oh
anyway,
boy.
But you say there's an annoying as the mooks with the stun batons.
No, trust me, we'll fight an enemy that's just as annoying as those guys.
Anyway,
I'd be very hasty, Matt, because something story relevant is going to be happening very soon.
okay. So Spider-Man 2099 is what considered one of the best because it's not a complete recreate. It's not a complete. It's its own thing. It has a different origin, it has a different character, as opposed to Punisher 2099, which is honestly just exactly. It is just exactly what the original was. Like all this, yeah, all the stuff that Punisher was in the 2099 version, same one, same backstory, just a different name. That's it.
They were just being lazy.
Yeah, they were being lazy with him. Whereas with Miguel O'Hara, they did a completely new take on it.
So here and now for plot relevant stuff. Now we have a new faction entering the mix,
Oh no! Now
which is that after the recent terrorist attacks, Norman Osborn really did not trust the police force to be competent enough on their own. So he decided to hire mercenaries.
Oh dear.
Any name we should be familiar with these mercenaries?
Yes,
Silver.
and I genuinely think I genuinely do not like what they did with their leader.
Are you kidding me? No, it's very much what she was in the original.
Then she is just a bitch.
Okay, she's a
Just an annoying bitch.
No, okay. In case you're wondering, this company is known as Sable International, and there she is,
Oh,
Silver
hello.
Sable.
Sable Silver. She comes from a country that I forget the name of, and she has 2 pistols, and boy does she like thinking she's in a John Woo movie, but she is just as annoying as one.
Yeah, no, she. Okay, I will say she gets better in the DLC, but she is pretty. Yeah.
Whoa, what the?
And they have high
Oh
they have
god, damn it!
and use a lot of high energy tech. But she's just kind of snarky and just again, she's just I don't like her.
No, she is
She's
just. No, she is very much. Yeah.
Unlikable.
She.
I agree.
She can be very unlikable, but she does get better. Have you played the DLCs?
I have. She gets better in the DLCs, but for
Exactly.
now, I think she's whiny and petty. Like, I'm supposed to be epic.
No, that's the thing.
That's
That
how I
was
feel.
originally what Sable was
mayor has
like.
a pet
I got
army now?
okay. Here's the
Really?
thing about this game. Every single character is completely what they are. Like
Then that's fair.
Yeah,
I will give
no.
them credit. I don't think this is Insomniac's fault. I just don't like Silver
Yeah.
Sable.
These-
She run.
So they were
ahead.
basically they were just running with a character that's naturally been obnoxious.
Kind of. She's a bit intense. That's her thing.
Yeah.
She's super like she is like.
she's very intense.
Very much
But her backstory
behind
kind
the
of
books.
explains why. So yeah.
And the DLC does go into this.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have to wait until that. How are you doing, Jordy? Sorry.
I'm doing good. And oh my
good.
goodness, look at the time. We gotta get going.
Alrighty.
We do. So yeah, now that we have mercenaries on the prowl, oh boy, this day is just not gonna go well.
Yeah, we're pretty much dealing with hell on earth, I guess. I don't know.
Trust
I
me.
thought I had a good word to say,
How
but
about
I don't.
Hell in Manhattan?
Fair
That
enough.
works.
There is a part of isn't there like an actual? It's called Hell's. There is an actual
Hell's
part in
Kitchen,
New York.
yeah.
Hell's Kitchen.
Hell's
yeah.
Kitchen.
That's
Saw it earlier.
That's Daredevil's territory.
Of course it would be. Thank you all for watching. Join us in the next part. We're gonna try and figure out what the heck's going on with Martin Lee.
Till next time,
Talk
guys.
about this so much.
Adios.
It's just one of those days.